On the way here, when I was coming through the airport, black man stopped me and he said, I guess he knew I was coming here for something like this. And he goes, well, I'm just tell you, I'm voting for Trump.
Hand up if you think the economy is better under Trump. And hands up if you think the economy is better under Biden and Harris. Right. Okay, 7-1. That's pretty clear.
The truth. I'm not saying he's like, of course, yeah, like I do say, he has best. He still has.
Yes, Oprah was extremely shocked that a black man would walk up to her and voting for Trump. That was good. Now going into this clip, black undecided voters in Georgia says the economy was better under Trump. Think Kamala is weak. The focus group was conducted by the Daily Mail pollster. The voters voiced their concern that Harris is a weak leader who keeps changing her positions. Some notable quote from focus group: if you look at the statistics now, we are far worse now than we were before. Everything is worse now with Biden and Harris. Extremely concerning.
Hand up if you think the economy is better under Trump. And hands up if you think the economy is better under Biden and Harris. Right. Okay, 7-1. That's pretty clear.
The truth. I'm not saying he's like, of course, yeah, like I do say, he has best. He still has a business mindset. I think that lended somewhat. And I think, yes, the trickle down of whatever previous stuff. And I think he just handles certain things a little better.
Who does?
Trump.
Les?
He provided more jobs, more opportunities.
Similar.
Even though he didn't have any experience in politics, but he came in and did a much better job. If you look at the statistics now, we're far more worse now than we were before.
Firstly, I just want to ask a general question about Harris. Then we're going to show some clips for the debate. What's your biggest hesitation about voting for Kamala Harris?
Just, is she going to be able to do the things that she says she's going to be able to do? That's, you know what I mean? Just, is she going to be able to do it? That's my biggest hesitation. Is she going to be able to get it past Congress? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yep.
You know.
Mikhail, how about you?
Everything that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks great on paper, but I'm not sure it could translate to politics, and if she'll even be able to get it passed.
Haywood?
My thing is her strength. That's my focus for her. You know, is she going to be able to take a punch and give one or two back? You know, that's my biggest thing. And it has nothing to do with her gender, ladies, okay? But we talking about the highest office in the land.
Yeah. If it was Michelle Obama, I would feel totally different.
Yeah,
you know?
You can't be weak and hold that off.
Yeah, like if you put her next to Michelle Obama, it's like...
Or Hillary Clinton.
Or Hillary Clinton, it's like it's no comparison on.
You can clearly see Kamala's weaknesses here. These people are just quoting what a lot of people are thinking. Watching Oprah yesterday, similar questions like this surface, Kamala is unable to answer. She will ramble on, say a lot of things without actually even saying anything. How can you do to lower costs? She can respond. About the economy, nothing. And tell me, what will motivate people like this to change their minds? Impossible, right? After the debate, they thought things would change. Now bring it to Oprah because they realize she's losing. But we all know that Oprah for the past years is irrelevant. She's not really that popular like we used to think.
Yeah, it was several times where he kept referring to her as they. Like he almost didn't even address her. Like he kept saying Biden. He didn't say her name at all.
Yeah, or like that's your boss. Basically, that's your boss. Like you're just doing what Biden wants to do.
Yeah, and it does make you wonder, right? Because it's kind of like he's saying stuff like y'all just ousted him, and I'm like, well, that's not what happened. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, what if that is what happened? And now she's the figurehead, So it's difficult to jump on board 100% because you do kind of like you've seen it. We've lived through now, multiple elections and we've seen how they turned out. So as a person, I do think she's a better person than he is overall character wise. And that's why more people I think are leaning towards her. I don't know if that 100% means she'll do a better job in the office.
Final question on Harris in this debate then. From what you've seen so far, put your hand up if you think she's strong enough. Keep your hand down if you've got doubts whether she's strong enough. So put your hand up if you think Harris is strong enough.
Yes.
I think she's strong enough.
Yeah, just like enough. Yeah. Yeah. just enough. Yeah.
Is that strength that everybody see in the beginning, is it gonna last throughout her 4 years?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She looked good against Mr. Trump. I don't know, I didn't see it. But when you have to face these other leaders from these other countries, are you gonna have what it takes to stand there and throw punches like they throw a punch?
Yeah.
I'm hearing more doubts even from those who got their hands.
Yeah, I think she's strong enough. Just enough.
Now.
Now.
When you take a look at this video, you can clearly see that a lot of these people are concerned with her being weak. She's not powerful. A lot of people would not be afraid of her, and so many things will be going wrong in around the world. That is a clear response after watching this video. And it's very simple as that. A strong leader, just by looking how they speak, can Kamala say, oh, stop, and it happens? Impossible. Trump usually say, every day, if I was there, this would not happen. He has been there, he has been tested and proven, so a lot of people knows what he can do. He cannot just get up and tell you, oh, I will end the Ukraine war in a single day. Impossible, right? He knows that he can do that. So people should understand exactly.
The polls are off like they were back in 2020. Look where he goes. He goes to 312. Why is that? Because the polls underestimated Donald Trump in 2020. So the bottom line is, instead of losing those Great Lake battleground states, he wins all of them. He obviously holds on to North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona, and he gains Nevada. So if the polls are as good as they were in 2020, despite the fact that at this particular hour Donald Trump trails in enough states to give Kamala Harris the victory, if the polls are off like they were in 2020, Donald Trump would actually win the election.
There were big elections since 2020 that involved 2022 midterms. What if it was off? Then now compare it to the polling offage of 2022.
Look, I think a lot of people are focusing on the 2020 polling, Aaron, believing, oh, the polls always underestimate Republicans. Not always, because look at what happens if the polls are off like they were in 2022. Well, Kamala Harris goes from losing that election to winning it with 319 electoral votes. Why? Because the polls underestimated Democrats in 2022. So Kamala Harris gets back all of these Great Lake battleground states, but she adds to her column North Carolina, Georgia.
Yes, I'm someone that I don't usually put more attention to polls, but when you take a look at what CNN is putting out here, it should be concerning to Democrats.
In 2024 to be a man comfortable in his own skin.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris,
they say the economy's great.
Manipulation of the zeitgeist.
Trump has come in the spin room. News: Vice President Kamala Harris has spoken recently and repeatedly with former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
You really want Trump to lose this election, right? No, you don't.
We have a controlled border, a secure border.
Please register to vote.
Only up by 15 points.
So glad to have all of you familiar faces and those of you